1 week ago, I started a challenge for myself and my Discord members to go from $100 to $1,000 trading options. And let me tell you, it is off to an interesting start. Making money with $100 trading options isn't the easiest, let alone trying to 10x $100. But it is possible. So for the next 8 to 10 weeks, I am going to be documenting my journey, and today starts the first week. Let's jump into my computer and I'll show you exactly what trades I've taken and where the account is at after 1 week. All right, so we are now over here at my computer and I'm going to show you the exact setups, the exact trades, and exactly why I took these trades. And I'm going to show you where we're at with the account. So Monday, the stock market was closed. Tuesday morning, we took our very first trade on the account. As you can see here, the account started with exactly $100 in it. You see in the screenshot that it says day's profit loss is -$3. And I'm pretty sure it got messed up because we started with 100 and I didn't even take a trade. But I think it had something to do with me withdrawing money from the account just to make it exactly 100. And it counted that as a technical loss. But as you can see, we started with $100 on the day. So the first trade that I ended up taking was on SPY. And as you can see here, we are in the Discord in the small account 100 to 1K challenge section. And as you can see, I made a nice little announcement for everyone just to prepare people to make sure they have money in their account if they're going to participate in this challenge. So as you can see, on Tuesday at 7:35 a.m., which is technically 10:35 Eastern, but I am in California, so I'm on West Coast time, I called out SPY 438 call at $14 per contract. Now, we were also in our live trading call, so everybody watched me, get ready for this setup, and everybody had a lot of time to prepare so that everybody got a fill in this setup. Immediately, I set my stop loss at $12, and as you can see, this was my setup here. I am going to show you. I'm going to go down to the 3-minute time frame just because it's a little bit harder to see on the 5-minute, being that these trades were so quick. So as you can see right away, SPY dumped right in the morning to make the new lows of the week, and it pretty much spot on bottomed out at 435. So once I saw this indecision candle here, followed by a huge bounce off of the support level and a green close, I ended up taking my position right here. As you can see, we got in calls, so I set my stop loss down here, which was 435 on the dot, which also ended up being $12 on the contract. It got a little scary at first because, it did come down. I was getting a little worried, especially the fact that we only have one contract, so there's no way to trim. But as you guys can see, the first trade was a success. We had 5 green candles in a row and we smacked our take profit, bringing us from $14 to $17, which gave us a $3 profit in total for the very first trade. Here's a screenshot of the account after we took that trade up to 102.88. So for me, that is a almost 3% gain on the day. And I was pretty tempted to stop there, but another setup caught my eye and I'll show you exactly why. Later on, towards the end of the market day, I started seeing some flag structure. We were in the live trading call and I was just kind of charting a bit and I was looking at some things and something caught my eye here. I saw that we were kind of squeezing down, driving straight up off of the support down here. And again, we had a lot of support up here throughout the top. I was going to look for a breakout and this probably would have been a good trade to take right down here looking for this breakout. But instead, I waited until we were at the top of this resistance zone and I started my entry right here around 437.55. And as you can see, I did call out puts. This was SPY 434 puts at $20 per contract. You see here right at the beginning, we had a huge red dump candle followed by another red candle and we went all the way down to smack our exact take profit, which was 22. It gave us a 20% gainer and a $2 profit to end off the day. So now, as you can see here, our total account is up to 104.76, almost 105 the very first day. Now you may be thinking, Dylan, $5 in a day is horrible. What are you talking about? But when we're doing these trading challenges, we don't go off dollar amounts. We go off of percentages strictly. When you start trying to trade off of dollar amounts, you really get caught up mentally, and percentages are the best way to go. So I'm shooting for 5% per day on this account challenge. Now Wednesday, I saw absolutely nothing. I did not take a trade the entire day on the small account. I did, however, on my normal portfolio, call out some plays throughout, Dylan alerts, swing trades, lottos, stuff like that. But in terms of perfect setups for a small account challenge, I didn't see anything today, so I didn't take it. Patience is key. Moving on to Thursday, this was when I took the third trade of the week. here's where it starts to get messy. As you can see, this was my trade setup here. We were forming a tiny bit of support down at this level, and we were also rejecting, which was my key point here, we were rejecting a lot off of this level. Once I saw this initial red dump right here, I figured we were gonna have a tiny pullback, break right down off the EMAs, and dump from there, so I took an entry right around here. Unfortunately, the trade didn't go my way. I was expecting it to come down here and we take profit for a nice little 15%, but unfortunately, we did end up getting stopped out right at the very top. Even though we would have got stopped out again coming back up here, it's still a little unfortunate. So that was right here when I called out SPY 433 puts at 18. Stop loss was 15. So you see here, it was a shitty trade, negative 16%. Oh well. Now this next trade that I took, the fourth trade of the week, was not on SPY. This was on Shopify. I am going to admit that I really regret taking this trade. The SPY setup that I just showed you that we failed, I'm not really mad about because we shouldn't have really lost that trade, but things happen. Now this Shopify trade, I was getting very impatient. It was late in the day. I had not taken another trade on the account, and unfortunately I did let my emotions get to me a little bit, so I ended up taking this setup. We ended up getting stopped out here. This was my ideal target, and I called out Shopify calls at 24. Stop loss was 21 from 24, so we did get stopped out at negative 14% on this trade. 2 back-to-back L's is very unfortunate, and from that point here, as you can see, the account is sitting at $96.52. Wiped all of our profit and some. I don't know why I let myself take the Shopify trade. I'm very upset from it, and I definitely learned from it, but we did not stop here for the week. At this point on Friday, I don't really like to trade Fridays that much, so what I normally do on Fridays is look for good swing setups over the weekend. Now, a stock that I've been trading a lot recently for swings is CCL, Carnival Corporation, which is the cruise ship line. Recently, these swings have been doing me very well, and I have been very bullish overall with CCL. With that being said, as you can see here on the 1 hour time frame, CCL has a ton of room to the upside, and I do think that we are going to see above 20 very, very soon. With that being said, I do think that there is going to be something that will help that. As you can see down here, there's a little E on the bottom of my chart, and that is for earnings. Now, going back to the 5-minute time frame, yes, we have earnings early Monday morning, and yes, I swung an earnings play on the small account. I completely understand how risky this is, which is why I made sure the swing was a $10 swing. It is absolutely risky, but I feel very, very confident in the swing, and I think it's going to help us recover our losses from this week. With that being said, it is Sunday, so I don't really have an update for you guys on the swing just yet, but in the next video, when you guys see me next week make this recap, you will see exactly how Monday went. But for now, let's pray and let's hope that it goes in our favor. Now, depending on how well earnings does, we could make a bag here. I'm only expecting to make like a $5 to $10 profit on this swing, but we could end up making $20 to $30, who knows? So, with that being said, if you are interested in joining our small account challenge, it is not too late. So if you're interested, I do run a Discord and it is free to join. So if you want to check that out, click the link down below. And on the other hand, if you guys are looking forward to seeing the results and continuing this journey with us, even if you're not taking part in this challenge, go down below, click subscribe, and turn the bell on so you're notified when I post these videos. I want to make these videos as educational as possible, and I really want to dive into some really, really deep stuff next week, so you're not going to want to miss it. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Peace out.